The company we keep. Aww, is he? That has to be happy tears. That looks like happy tears.
As of this moment, you are under strict orders to get as much rest as possible. After all, we need our lady fighting fit when the Leveilleur rear their ugly heads again. Ah, Zordia, you're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest. If you came hoping for tidings from Kyle, I'm afraid we're still waiting. But we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Howry, Boulder, and the others. Meanwhile, talks with the beast tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Ulda's progress with the Amalja, Gridania has opened negotiations with the Ixal, believe it or not. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Leveilleur still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard.
Who dis? Begging your pardons, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested.
Ah, we were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda?
I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Leveilleur in concert with our new allies. The beast tribes have also been invited. It is hoped that they will join us in the fight against our common foe. So, the Alliance would bring all the beast tribes into the fold at a single stroke. An ambitious plan given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady, and for their part, I am told the beast tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of Eorzea will be represented. Let's go. Let's go. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking, not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. Then I will bear your answer thither with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Well, now that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and Ishla lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end the summoning, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavor, don't you, Zordia? Are we all going? All present may rightly claim a seat, I do quite agree. But by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. Emmerich will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Estinian running away from Baberick. Very well then. While those with a mind to hold the fort get on with holding it, I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo, shall we?
Don't forget to bring me something nice from Alamigo.
I shall take this opportunity to gain a better understanding of Sir Estinian. Being Elezen of like age, 'tis possible we have interests in common. I don't know about that, Orange. Mayhap I shall begin by lending him my favorite treaties or two from my collection. I'm scared for you, Orange. Pyro, I love that you're always, like, one step ahead of me. Okay, this is a little awkward. No one's talking. Oh! Yo! Everyone making their appearances.
皆様、こたびの会議への出席、心より感謝いたします。
This is so cool.
仲間を拉致した連中について情報があるっていうのは本当だろうな。まずはそこんとこ聞かせてもらおうか。大変じゃねえか。あの塔で連れ去られた仲間が操られてるってんなら急いで助けに向かわねえと。
Yeah, we need to free your people.
それができれば一番でしょうけれど、精神汚染や異形の蛮神への対策も必要よ。むやみな突撃は得策ではないわ。
True.
接近が困難なら遠方からの砲撃で破壊する方法もある。
我らが同胞ごと皆殺しにしようというのか。
True.
さあ銀族の者よ、落ち着け。メルビブ殿にその気があるなら
Thanks, Zada.
やっているはず。我らは策を練るために集まったのだ。
その通り。囚われた者たちを見捨てるような攻撃を行うつもりはない。我らは困難を乗り越え、ようやく対話を始めたのだ。
そう。すべての国と種族とが手を取り合い、総力を挙げねばこの危機を打破することはできぬだろう。相手は星の終末を目指すと宣言しているのだ。
天使いと帝国が組み、我らが神も悪しき異形の姿となって敵の手に落ちている。
You have me!
これらすべてを相手取り、
I've destroyed your gods! I'm the god destroyer!
ここに集いし、国家、種族、組織、それらが手を取り合えれば。
True. True. Tell them, Baymerick. Tell them!
今のは
None of those eyes!
お主らは感情が高まった時、エラから息を吐き出さぬの。
Oh, that was wholesome.
ともかくここに集いし者たちすべてが共に戦おうというのなら、サハギンだけが臆することはない。我らもまた森を掲げて戦うと誓おう。
忘れたわけではない。それでも未来のために私は人の言葉を信じる。
Yes.
コボルド族も共闘に挑んだし。
戦だってぶるってるわけじゃねえ。やるときゃやるがよ。敵の傀儡にされちまった仲間たちを見捨てたくはねえんだ。
もちろんです。暁が編み出した精神汚染の治療法を共有し、皆さん自身の手でお仲間を取り戻せるよう計らいましょう。
ありがてえ。感謝する。
Aww. As it should be.
暁の決命は万神問題の解決を使命の一つに掲げていた。ミンフィリアがここにいれば、この光景を
Aww.
見て誰よりも喜んだだろうな。
Bruh.
彼らの決断に私たちも応えなくちゃ。ポークシーをさらに増やしていかないとね。
Need all the porksies.
皆さんに私から提案があります。終末の塔に囚われた者たちを救い出したい。その思いはここにいる皆が一致していることでしょう。しかし塔に近づけるのは精神汚染に耐性を持つ少数の者のみ。そして潜入したとて、異形の蛮神が待ち受けています。まずは蛮神の召喚を阻止することこそ優先すべきだと考えます。
そうか。神おろしには祈りとエーテルがいる。どちらか片方でもかければ神は現れない。
Yep.
はい、その通りです。終末の塔は何らかの方法でエーテルを集めているはず。その仕組みを解明し阻止する方法を模索しましょう。
では目下、我々に求められるのはエーテル収集を阻止する手法が編み出されるまでの間、さらなる誘拐を防ぎ被害を最小限にとどめることじゃな。各国各種族の連携を強化し、テロフォロイの軍勢に動きがあれば互いに援軍を送り合うといったところであろうか。
前回の襲撃、我らだけでは決して抗えなかった。救援により救われた身であればこそ恩衆文明、
Oh, that dungeon was
そ
so
の相
cool.
互防衛に加わろう。
That was such a cool dungeon. I can't wait to rerun that dungeon.
意義のある者はいないようだな。では私からも一つ提案させてもらいたい。この歴史的な大同盟にふさわしい名をつけてもらいたいのだ。
We're gonna new name?
絆を編んでくれた暁の者にね。
We're getting a collective name? Wait, you're making me choose? I would call it One Moment, please. The Grand I'm assuming that this is it's gonna be the Grand Company of Eorzea. I'll call it One Moment, please. Literally, that's what we're calling it. One Moment, please.
グランドカンパニーエオルゼア。誰かさんが追いかけていた名前なんだけど、悪くないと思わない？
Aw, that's cute.
良い名だ。エオルゼアに生きるすべての者が集うに、これ以上ふさわしい名はあるまい。
異議なし。エオルゼアの名のもとに集おう。
国と種族の垣根を越えて東方連合とも力を合わせ終末を呼び込まんとする者に抗いましょう。
それでは宣言しよう。グランドカンパニーエオルゼアの結成を。
Oh, Alphino! Oh, this is what he wanted.
私もこの光景を見て決断ができた。この後王宮の外で話をさせてくれるかい？
Oh, he's gonna cry.
It's a pity it took the threat of annihilation for everyone to cast their grievances aside, but better late than never, I suppose.
Forgive me for observing, but Alphino seems less than jubilant. Might his thoughts still be occupied by the fate of poor Arenvald? The Grand Company of Eorzea. I wonder what Real and the other former Crystal Braves will make of it. We have won over the leaders. Now the leaders must win over their own people. No small task, I grant you. But we have come a long way since first we joined with Minfilia to bring an end to summoning. A long, long way. Well, now that we are out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was as heartened as anyone to see the people of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I can think about was the conflict to come, of the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I still struggle to accept. But at least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Who this? Hey! Elder Seedseer, how might we be of service? I seek Master Alphino's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. It's about time that we went back to Gridania. I was wondering, because we went to Limsa, then Ulda. It's a matter of time before we went back to Gridania. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ash Crown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we may make use of the Sylph's established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between a trade consortium and a grand company. If the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they will require the counsel of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force found from the self-same goal in mind, no less. The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alphino. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception, one intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plan all came to naught. Built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests, and I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you. Not at all. You may count upon my assistance for what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alphino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance, the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt but that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telepharo and flourish until next we meet, my friend. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand. Might you join me in seeking them out? As if you have to ask. Thank you. As someone who witnessed the Order's rise and fall, yours would be a reassuring presence.
I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it will be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them.
Then mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. Yes, Graha, stay with me. We should be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. It will not be easy to revisit the past, but sometimes one must look back to see the way forward. True. I take it we will soon be paying the Sylphs a visit. How fascinating it will be to speak with them in person, though I gather conversation can prove rather challenging. So what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that the report I propose is largely written. Not long after the fateful day in Ul'dah, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone. Its events viewed from a singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me to be the crucial question, namely, why after the Crystal Braves disbanded did some members choose to remain with us, while others did not?
I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new grand company together, and that this knowledge may help us to prevent it from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested.
That is my hope, yes, but the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandoned the cause would welcome my inquiries.
Then Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith.
Fine suggestion. Have care, however. Certain of my former comrades are of questionable character, so keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. If you have no objections, I've a mind to begin by speaking with Riol and Eliane. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let us seek them out there.
Well, look who it is! And what brings you two here? Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it?
In a matter of speaking, I have been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, that. He kind of reminds me of Zell.
As Riol will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited with the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it?
Nothing, that's what. As for me, my own tale, well, I've always felt the Scions have something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by it to this day. But as time has gone on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Howie Boulder to Mistress Tataru, we've all of us got something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting, which is what being a Scion's all about.
I am at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Zordia, could you give us your thoughts on the Crystal Braves? Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure?
Well, its founding ideals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both.
Ours was quite a disparate band, and while I will never forgive Ilberd, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in part to his efforts.
Just a pity he was doing it for all the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of 'em. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag bunch of misfits, but deep down, we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? 'Cause Tataru sifted out all the glory. hunters, for they made it through the door. I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall take a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations, until we meet again. After the company of heroes went their separate ways, I did try working on me own for a bit, and I'll admit, it was nice being able to pick me own battles. But if you want to make a real difference, you need to find a good crew and stick with them. Well, I think we have taken enough of our colleagues' time, and I am conscious that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. On the way here, I took the opportunity to write up my notes from our conversation with Alian and Riol. All that remains is to add Elisée and Graha's findings, whatever they may be. While Elisée set her mind on something, there is no stopping her, and her mind was truly set on finding former Braves. For a while, I even feared what she might do to them. But in the event, she was admirably civil for the most part. Oh boy. Thanks to Tataru's ever-dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Alphino, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Alphino's growth in this game, I'm so proud of him. Thank you. I will set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solus and seek out Elder Frixio. I will join you anon. Leave me to attend to my report and join the others in Little Solus. I shan't keep you waiting long. I know how playful the sylphs can be.
Ah, welcome, Brave One, and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see walking ones again so soon after the meeting.
Been a while since we last spoke. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? Yes, have Graha do it.
No, beauties.
Aw, I wanted to see Graha do it.
It is true that these ones once delighted in making walking ones dance, but no more.
Aw, I wanted to see Graha dance.
Horned One, Khan Isela, said that walking ones would be coming to Little Solus. Imperial ones also invaded Sylphlands and abducted many of these ones, so these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones.
That is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telephoroi.
These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one, and in quite a hurry, it seems.
Elisée, you must come quickly. Whatever's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting. What? No, a Twin Adder officer accosted me as I was about to set out. Charlian has sent an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. An envoy? Could it be that Kryl has managed to sway the Forum? We shall know soon enough, but there is more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seedseer.
Really? I can see why they might want Scions to be present, but us specifically. Wait, it isn't who I think it is.
Are we going to meet their parents? It is. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told that it was one these names. Forchenault. It was one Forchenault Leveilleur. Your father! Well now, the fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be a surprise enough. But him? Quite. I glean from this that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him and not of the other 98 Forum members, unless he volunteered for it? It has been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he has always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother who replies. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Elder Frixio, loath though I am to cut our visit short, we must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies, along with my report.
Never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one won't keep This one won't keep walking ones for more urgent matters. Go.
The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seed Seer awaits even now. Let us be on our way.
After all this time away, it will be good to see my father, even if it is at an official meeting.
99 may seem like rather a lot of members, but before the Forum was founded, every person of age in Charleon was given equal say in its governance. Many of the institutions that are still active today were established by the people's vote, not least the Studium. As LSA and I were constantly reminded during our time there, it is an example of what can be achieved through absolute democracy. During my time in Charleon, I heard much of Forchenault Leveilleur. He is a gifted speaker, known amongst other things for uncompromising application of foreign policy. My friends, thank you all for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Forchenault's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Kryl permission to request Charleon's aid, we did not anticipate so prompt a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover.
Ooh, look at the flowers.
Oh, the twins' dad? He even has a ponytail too? Wait. Hey, he's tall. Yo!
カヌエセンナ殿、こうして直々にお話しする機会をいただき感謝します。
He looks good. He definitely... Alphino and LSA.
シャーレアン哲学者議会を代表してまいりましたフルシノ・ルベイユールと申します。
Furshino is how he pronounced it.
はじめまして、フルシノ様。こちらこそ急な要請にもかかわらずおいでいただき深く感謝申し上げます。
The music is nice right now, and then there's gonna be a switch and it's gonna be like evil, and he's actually a bad guy. I'm just kidding. Let's continue. Yeah, I was thinking of getting that hairstyle.
お父様、お元気そうで何よりです。
なあ、二人もよくぞ無事で、本国で待つアメリアンスも聞けば安心することだろう。
Aww.
お母様はお元気なの？
Oh, this is cute.
もちろん、毎日お前たちの身を案じているとも。
Aww, she looked so happy.
おかげさまで家族と再会する時間も得られました。聞いたところによると、かつてここグリダニアでは我が父ルイザーが万神の脅威を解いていたこともあったとか。
ええ、第7連載が起こる直前のこと。グリダニア王となったルイゾー様は万神の脅威を訴え対策に奔走してくださいました。その尽力があればこそ被害は最小限に抑えられ、ガレマール帝国の侵略も跳ねのけることができました。
その賛辞は受け取りかねます。私はむしろ父の行いに最後の礼を唱えて。
Music stopped. The music stopped. Here we go.
そしてその考えは今も変わってはいない。
Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go.
地の集積者として歴史の観察者たれ。
But we're going to Charleon and Endwalker. This I know. So something changes. Things can change, bro. Things can change. Alphino changed.
私の携えてきた回答をエオルゼア同盟軍の各名手へとご伝達願いたい。我々シャーレアンは今後ガレマール帝国及びエオルゼアにて発生するいかなる紛争にも介入する意思はないと。
I'm not that surprised. He seems aloof
世界が終末の危機にあることはご存知のはず。なぜその決断に至ったのかお聞かせ願えますか？
Where is Kryl? By the way.
終末？いや、こんなものは人同士のさまつな小競り合いに過ぎない。我々シャーレアンが
Oh my gosh.
終末ではないのです。
He wants the world to be burning before he helps.
待ってください。父上、あなたは何をおっしゃっているのです？ 今抗わなければテロフォロイの企みに屈するのみ。小さな島に閉じこもったまま開ける未来があるとお思いか。
アルフィノの言う通りよ。私たちは戦いの前線に立って脅威に立ち向かってきたわ。
They don't care.
シャーレアにも無関心でいてほしくないの。
They're only gonna care when they're affected. Hate people like this. Not them. But that mindset of, like, that's your problem. Because it's not. Everyone's connected. Bruh.
掲げる理念が大事ならちゃんとそれを果たせるように今は手を取り合うべきよ。
They don't understand.
そんな風に声を荒げて、私はお前たちならば正しく学べるだろうと信じてエオルゼアへの渡航を許したのだがな。学びを得るどころか、まさか知性を失うとは。私がなぜ父の行いに異を唱え続けていたのか思い出しなさい。問題解決のために戦いを選ぶこと、それは本当に賢明な道なの。
That's a very, like, general...
人を殺し、土地を汚し、国を疲弊させる。勝利をつかんだとて生じた犠牲を埋めるには長い年月がかかる。そんな選択は長期的視野で見てなお正しいのか。真に知的なものとは争いを避ける術を知る者のこと。
Prevention is not... It doesn't always work.
なぜそれがわからない。
I like prevention is... We want prevention. That's like the thing that we strive for. But... They're stupid. There are stupid people in the world who want conflict. Or there will always be conflict. You know what I mean? Bruh. Okay, better to fight and fail than wait for the axe to fall. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it's indolence. Ooh. It is in your power to save us. Refuse and you condemn us all. I like the second one. We use in big words. Misguided ideals. This is your father? Away. Barbaric? You know, knowledge isn't everything. You gotta apply said knowledge. It's all about application. They're no longer Leveilleur. Wow. You don't even sit down and talk to them. This is the first time you see them in a long time, and then you're just like, nope, you're no longer my children. The heck? Wow, indeed. They're gonna be asking for help. It's not gonna take long. Something is going to happen, and he's gonna change his mind. You know, if you can't change someone's mind, they have to experience pain. Pain needs to be experienced. Aww. It's not his fault.
It was not so very long ago that we had a friend and a neighbor in Charleon, so I clung to the hope that she might yet lend us her strength. But when she forsook Dravania, it would seem she forsook us all. In order to avoid conflict with Garlemald, the Forum went so far as to order the abandonment of entire city-state. Their refusal to aid us now is, I am sorry to say, entirely consistent with their historic position.
Aw, Alphino.
Is it we who walk the path of ruin? Time will tell.
No, you're fine, Alphino, you're fine. This probably hurt Alisei the most.
So that's what he came here to say? That we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telephoroi? And as for the rest, like it or not, this was the Forum's decision, to watch from afar while Eorzea burns. Father was but the messenger, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fortuneau
who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. Their decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telephoroi without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel, as they are wont to do? Something bad's going to happen. Zordia, has Master Fortuneau arrived yet? Then it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many Forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say they ignored every word I said on the subject, without exception. It was almost unnerving. Are they tempered? Could it be they are hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fortuneau's performance. What? What are they hiding? I must know. This better not be an Endwalker. I must know now. When he said that they would know if the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. But what if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end, and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? So you're saying they saw the future of how it ends, and so they know we can handle it ourselves, so they're not going to... They're lazy. That's rude. That I don't know, but something tells me they're not as unconcerned about the Telephoroi as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission. Researching Heideland and the Aetherial Sea, I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears that the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here, when the time is right, of course, and I am aware that matters in Eorzea stand on a knife edge. But with your permission, I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. I've always wanted to visit Charlian. Please do. Well, there are one or two things to take care of here first. I've always wanted to visit Charlian.
And so you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances.
It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Your speculations give me cause to hope, yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is possible that the Charlians hide some secret truth from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt in them a change of heart, and so, for the present, we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The Forum has refused our request for aid, and it falls to us alone to contend with the Telephoroi. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there is no guarantee that we will prevail. What does Charlian intend to do if we fail?
With their knowledge, Charlian could have done so much for the cause. They could have helped us to uncover the secrets of the towers and save the tempered captives within, and yet, gods!
Throughout my childhood, I remember grandfather arguing with my father over Charlian's policy of non-intervention, and this time it was my turn to play the role. But if even my grandfather could not win him over, what chance had I? If words exist that may sway him, I know not what they are. The Forum includes representatives from all of Charlian's central institutions. With them hindering Kryle's investigation, she will struggle to make any headway on her own.
I said, welcome to